All right, there we go. All right, so we're live now. So, what's up, guys? Tell me your names,
Hi.
your ages, and where you guys are from.
Hi, my name is Em. I'm 22. I'm from Crimea, but now I live in Kiev. But now I'm in Odessa.
Okay.
Stacy, I'm 18, and I'm in Donbass, but now I'm in Odessa, and here we go.
All right. Can you guys speak a little louder, or I don't know if it's your microphone or something. It's coming a little low. I'm gonna boost the microphone a little bit here, so we can hear you well. Sorry. How old are you guys?
Again, what?
How old are you guys?
She's 22, I'm 18.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And tell me, like, throughout your life, what's the general opinion of the people of Ukraine about Russia and in general? You know, before all this.
Like in general, before the war,
Yeah.
we Ukrainian people have so much relatives in Russia, and we like the same culture have. So there was no like war and aggressive emotions about them. But now we just confused about the whole situation because we just don't know what's happening.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we don't hate each other, but
There's something definitely wrong.
yep.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even the language is pretty much the same, isn't it? I mean, I know you guys have like a couple different characters in your writing, but the language, from what I hear, is also pretty much the same.
Our languages are like have something similar, especially in Ukraine. A lot of families talk in both languages,
Yes.
and like I was born in a family like that, and too.
Yes.
So
Okay.
we're like the same.
Same, not same, but closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't really, if you see a Russian person, you can't really tell they're Russian until they're speaking Russian. If you compare them to Ukrainians, right?
Mm.
Yeah, about that. But the difference is like Russian people have a little bit another accent
Okay.
in our language.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And Ukraine wasn't an independent country until, do you remember the year that you guys got your independence?
It was in
1991.
One.
Okay,
Yep.
so after the Berlin
Ukraine
Wall
is-
and everything.
Again, please.
So after the Berlin Wall fell and the Soviet Union dismantled, that you guys had your independence. So basically, it's a relatively new country, sort of saying. You know, it's like, has it been independent for like 30 years?
Yeah, 30 years.
Yep.
We just celebrate this date
Mm-hmm.
a year ago.
Okay, good.
So
And how was like between now and the time you guys gained your independence? Was there any conflict with Russia? Did they try to take Ukraine? I mean, I know there was the stuff on 2014, but before that, was there any attempt from Russia to take over Ukraine or to get Ukraine back to the Soviet Union or whatever they were called now?
actually, I don't remember something like that. The first like huge conflict was in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we not live in the places where we were born,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and there was no hate, no aggressive things.
Nothing.
Just in one moment, they decided to attack us.
Yep.
So
We just think it's because Putin is crazy.
yeah, that's what it seems like. So let's bring it to 2022. How long have you guys been hearing that there's trouble or there might be trouble with Russia?
How long?
like, did you hear of any of this in 2021 or 2020? Like, any possibility? Was there any rumors about Russia?
Like normal citizen, no. Maybe there was something that government our knows or our army, but we didn't expect it though.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we go to 2022, and out of nowhere, well,
Yeah, exactly.
did you at first Russia was saying that they were doing military exercises close to the border, suspiciously close. Did you guys did people really started get did people get worried, or did people believe the version that they're just practicing target shooting?
Like our people, it happened at 4 a.m. The one day, the day before, we actually were sitting with our students from our university, and we were spending a great time and saying goodbye, see you tomorrow. And this night, like closer to morning, we just heard this noise, like something exploded, and the bombs, and we see the wall forces Russia put on us, and actually we were just dazed, confused. We don't know what we should do, especially the people who were born in capital and other territory, like not from Donbass or Crimea,
Yeah.
because we've been through this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the same situation here. But our friends, they were just scared. They freaked out, and what? It's something unbelievable, actually. So maybe one moment I can get Russian, because they don't want to believe this. Like in 2022, seriously could be war. No, that's just impossible.
And did the people react right away? Did the people start, I don't know, leaving the country, or was the people waiting to see what would happen?
Here they are like people, most of us running,
Yes.
and we can get that because they're afraid of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how many people are still in country. The little part, the small. So we are staying because we don't want to run.
It's our home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to get out.
Yeah, and how dangerous would you say it is for you guys to actually, because I'm gonna check on the map real quick where exactly Odessa is, because I've seen it 1,000 times, but I keep forgetting. Okay, yes, I see. You're very close to Moldavia, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, you're in the southwest of the country. Has there been
we
bombing
actually,
over there
like,
too?
Again?
Have they attacked this part of the country too, where you guys are?
Not really. We have Russian warships in the sea, and we live in a small town right next to the sea, so we basically can see them.
Oh.
Yeah, and when you're looking at the horizon and see all this, it's something unbelievable that freaks you out. So many of citizens just get out of this, and lots of people traveled to Moldavia and Romania. They're they're close to us here. But also our people moved to the east of Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
No, the west.
The west, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people are going to Poland and such. And what's the life nowadays living in Odessa or close to Odessa? how's the everyday life over there? What are the things that are different? Of course, besides all the bombs and all the rockets and whatever, what's the daily life like?
Um, our daily life, like we don't sleep actually.
Yes.
We are always prepared to go to the bombshell because sometimes it's like sirens almost every 5 minutes, and we like have we packed our clothes, things that basic things that could be useful. So we are always ready.
Yeah. What about the supplies? Do the supermarkets still work? You know, running water, power, like the things that you need for living.
Yeah, here in Odessa we have it all. But like in Donbass, I know that my grandparents living there, they have nothing, just absolutely nothing. No supplies, no water, no light, just nothing. And some of our regions, like the same situation there. But we are lucky, like
Yes.
here.
And what about I keep hearing that the men are not allowed to leave the country. What are all those men doing? Do they have to work with the military? Like what's going on with the civilians that are waiting for or that have to stay?
Yeah, almost every man stays here because they just can't go abroad, and they help our soldiers. Like my father, he's a doctor, and he worked for free, help them, take care about their health.
Yeah.
But others, they go to. It's not actually an army like soldiers, but they take control in our region. They have some like weapons, but not that scary. So we, a normal citizen, can see it and okay. They're like take care of our safety.
Okay.
If there are some Russian soldiers want to go on us from especially from the sea, because there are their ships there.
So basically, they've only attacked. They've only taken land from the north and the east. They haven't actually landed with their soldiers from the sea, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not yet.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah. And what about Kiev? How's the situation over there?
It's occupied.
Like, have they taken the whole city?
No, just uptown. City is quiet, but we live in uptown, and every time we hear the bomb, it was awful.
Yeah, they're not still in the city.
Yes.
Okay.
So they're always getting close, but yeah. And I heard that, is it Kharkiv, the second biggest city? What's the name of the second?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the second capital.
Yeah, that's very close to the border, to the frontier. I keep hearing that they're taking heavy fire, and I don't know if the city has been taken yet, but I've been talking to people, and that's probably one of the most attacked cities of the country, right?
Yeah, it's almost destroyed, like to the ground. It's the city of students because there's so many universities there, and I have friends. They are not in right now there, but they told me that their dorm, they're just destroyed. Their uni is destroyed. The like gym they used to go, it's just nothing. Just buildings.
Yeah.
I have a friend from Kharkiv, and he living in underground.
Yeah. I mean, and it's terrifying, the fact that I mean, of course, you never know when a missile's gonna hit the place where you are. Is there any sort of negotiation with Russia that's going on that actually? Because I know that they're talking, but the last things I heard, they weren't getting anywhere. You know, it's just like, oh, we want it all, and Ukraine was like, no, I don't want you to take it all, and that was basically it. Has there been any new negotiations on any way for this to come to an end?
Like, we don't really know because we are staying strong and trying not to let them.
Mm-hmm.
So something like that.
And how many people, like, if you had to guess, what percentage of the population has left to other countries like Moldavia or Poland or Romania?
We know for sure that 1 million of our people
Yes.
go to Poland.
Mm-hmm.
Many of our friends going to the Poland.
But about the numbers,
Yeah. But
Num-
I forgot to ask you, what was the total population of Ukraine? Like, what's the
we if I'm right, it's about 4 million.
4 million? Oh, that's actually
44.
44?
44.
oh okay. I was like, that's very little people
Okay.
for such a big country.
I was close.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, that's a lot of people. Yeah. I live in Uruguay. We have Argentina next to us. Argentina has 40 million people. And yeah, that's a lot of people. So basically, most of the people are still in Ukraine and haven't left.
Yeah, we hope so, at least.
So are you guys trying to? Do you have plans to stay there? Like, what do you guys? What are you guys gonna do?
At first, we wanted to go abroad, but then we saw how hard it is, how many people always trains just full of our people, and we just decided that maybe we should stay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We run once, and
Yeah.
we just don't scare anymore.
Yeah. That's insane. And how were things in general before they started? Like, you know, a lot of countries had sort of like a economic recession due to the pandemic and everything, which, by the way, has disappeared all of a sudden. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, that's a different topic for another video, but you know, magically it all gone away when this started. So I guess it wasn't that serious after all. So how was Ukraine doing? Like, let's say if we compare Ukraine to a European country like France or England or whatever, like, how was the economy doing before this?
Our economy not gonna be on top,
Mm-hmm.
No.
and actually, I'm almost sure that nobody knows us. Like, there is some country in the middle of Europe and
Part of
the biggest-
Russia.
Yeah, part of Russia. But now just everyone talks about that,
Yeah.
and I would think about what's gonna be our economy after war.
Yeah.
It is.
Is Ukraine considered like a first world country, a developing country? Like, where
Yeah,
do you
I think we were developing.
Okay.
Yes.
It wasn't that bad.
I mean, but like the average, like, for example, how much money does a person who works, I don't know, a supermarket cashier, a person that works at a supermarket, how much do they make per month?
It was about 10,000 hryvnias.
It's $300
In a month.
In a month?
Yep.
Okay, and how much, for example, does it cost to rent a single room apartment or something like that?
In Kiev, it's
it will be about like
Mm,
4 or 5,
4, 5, yeah.
yeah, in a month, and it will be just for a basic one room apartment.
Yeah. So say again, what's the how much? Okay, first of all, are we talking in like in euros, dollars, or what currency are we talking about
Uh,
when you said 300?
Like it's the salary month salary will be 10,000 hryvnias. Hryvnias is hours,
Hmm.
right.
And how much?
and it will be about $300, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And a rent will
Rent.
be a 4 or 5 thousand hryvnias. It's gonna
So
be
it's like almost half
Gonna
of that.
be
like a half of a salary. It will be.
And does the rest of the money that you make, is it enough for one person to live? Like, is the food expensive, or this, or the like electricity
Like
and
to
water?
have basic things like food and
yes,
well,
it's enough.
Yeah, it will be enough.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, well, in a lot of other countries, it's not even enough
Yeah.
with a basic salary. So that's in a way good. And what's the main thing that Ukraine, like, what's the main income for Ukraine? Is it, do you guys have like mining or agriculture, or what's your main product of exportation, or something like that?
I think it's oh
Mm.
like we exporting cultures.
Say that again,
We,
a little louder if you can.
we exporting cultures like this. How to say?
Mm. Mhm.
Like dairy products.
Okay, yes. Yeah, like cow related products. Yes, that's the same thing that we do over here. I mean, it's not the main, now it's like the second or third, but it used to be the main thing. We make a lot of meat and milk and everything like that. So it's
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
agriculture.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
that's right.
And would you say that Ukraine has enough food to hold on for a couple of months? What's the situation on like food in general?
In food, we are good in food. I
Yeah.
would say. Because we just grow food by ourselves. Of course, especially in winter now, and maybe there's just some saving there.
Mhm.
But almost all of our territory is fields where we are growing up some plants which we can use them.
So yeah, so it's mainly an agricultural society. That's
Yeah.
well, I guess if I don't remember wrong, that's also why Germany marched towards Ukraine on the Second World War, because Ukraine had a lot of food to fill the armies and everything.
Yeah.
So it's still the same way. Okay, that's good. And how about, I keep seeing that Ukraine shows how they've captured a lot of Russian soldiers and everything. How does the people feel about Russia nowadays? I mean, is people angry at Russia in general, like the people in general, or because usually when you have conflict, people go like, oh, I hate every single one of them, but sometimes people's a bit more rational, and they realize that rather than the actual people being behind this, it's actually the government and the people that actually don't want this. How's the feeling for the people in Ukraine? Are they actually angry at Russians in general also, or just the government?
I think all of us hate Russian government. We started a hate in when we were younger. because we lost our homes. But now everybody in Ukraine hates Putin. We don't hate Russian people. We just angry and scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing like we try to encourage them
Yeah.
to protest, but
But people in Russia, they always
they always been under pressure
yes,
and
yes,
manipulated, so they just
and they are scared because live in Russia. It's
Yeah, I get, they don't have much saying
Yeah.
on what goes on, right? I mean, it's not like they're gonna say, "Oh, I want this guy out and I will vote for him to leave." I mean,
Yep.
it's not really. It's not. I mean, they call him president. I don't think he's the president. I think he's the king of Russia. I don't really. I mean, it's not like you're gonna vote for somebody else and he's gonna leave. And I keep talking to people, on that lives in Russia, and everybody's scared as well. And nobody seems. I mean, yes, I found like a couple of crazy people that actually go along with this, but the vast majority of people want nothing to do with this, especially because they see that a lot of other countries are have this very bad image of Russia and Russians, and they don't want that because they actually want to be part of the rest of the world and live in peace.
yeah.
So what about like the rest of your families? Have the rest of your families been able to leave, or are they staying with you guys? Are you guys actually alone with just you, the two of you?
No, I'm actually right now with my family, and we are staying here.
But my family in Crimea now. Crimea occupied by Russia, and they're scared for me, for my brother. He in Kiev,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't to communicate it with them because social media in Russia are blocked now,
Okay.
and I'm scared. They are scared for me and our reality.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that. Okay, so about this, the thing with Crimea, how basically ever since 2014 it's been part of Russia, basically, or like are people from Ukraine allowed to go in and out of Crimea?
It's part of Russia only for Russia, but other world thinks that it's part of Ukraine, and many of people in Crimea thinks it's Ukraine, but many people in Russia just go to Crimea and say it's Russia now. But my family, my friends, we lost our country, and I think Stacy, she
But actually,
she understands me.
yeah, we could go easily through the boundaries,
Yep.
like to the Crimea and back in Ukraine. But it was after, like in 2015.
Mhm.
There was
So
no problem. Like
okay,
we actually we couldn't go to the Donbass because they're like LNR and DNR. So there was hard to get there. More harder to get there actually.
okay. So basically, after Russia took Crimea, things over there sort of settled down, and things were okay. I mean, you were able to travel and to trade with them and go in and out. Did you guys need like a passport to get into Crimea, or because it was part of Russia or something, or were you guys able to go there like you go to any other part of Ukraine?
I need only Ukrainian passport. It's all. It was not problem to travel to Crimea. For me, problem it's going about Crimea.
Okay.
Because on because it's occupied part and
But they just changed flags
yep.
in one day,
Yep.
one night actually.
One night.
You just wake up in another country.
Yeah. Okay. So there, because I don't remember exactly how it went on. Was there a lot of bombing and everything on Crimea, like there is now in Ukraine?
No. It was quite just change flag and give everybody other passport.
That's. I mean, so you basically one day went out to the street and somebody said, "Hey, we're in Russia now. Here's your new Russian ID."
It was like that.
That's insane. Did the people do anything about? Did the people like oppose? Was there any riots going on? Did anyone do anything about it?
No. Nobody. No. Just everybody say it's okay because everybody was scared because my dad and we changed our president. Yanukovych, maybe you hear about that. And nobody knows what will be and what will be with Ukraine. And people in Crimea, they it's part. It's touristic. Yep.
Mm.
Touristic part of Ukraine, and we don't have enough money, and we just was scared because everybody lost jobs,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't know what to do.
Yeah, and it was the hard times for Ukraine because
Yes.
we lost our one of the important income from the Crimea because so many people in holidays go there. It's a beautiful place.
One of most beautiful place.
Mm-hmm. And so just it was taken and gone, and that was the end of it.
Yep.
Oh, that's insane. Yeah, and because Russia sort of claims that because of that, they needed to rescue these other people from Ukraine. Like, oh yeah, these people actually want to belong to Russia. I honestly don't believe that. I think that
That's good.
if you feel a place with, I don't know, if I take people from my country and I feel this other place with people from my country, eventually they will say that they want to be part of my country because I actually put them there. So it sounds to me like that's what they're doing. They're just bringing Russian people over to certain places, and then, well, obviously the people will say, "Oh, I want to be part of Russia," because they were sent there to do that. And what about the other two places that Russia claims to recognize their independence and whatever? How Russia says that they recognize two areas of Ukraine.
LNR and DNR.
Yeah. What's the situation there?
My grandparents are in LNR right now, and their situation is just awful. They're always bombing, and nobody knows is it ours, Ukrainians, or it's Russian, or it's other people, because there are some uh, sort of other groups that just came there and decided that it's like this territory are theirs.
Putin said it's independent countries right now.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, I hear.
What?
But like, but it's not like it was with Crimea. I mean, they've actually been bombing and there's
Yes.
been
Yep.
yeah.
It's just other situation, and people there, uh, they don't want this war. It's been like for past 8 years, and they get used to it, get used to living that conditions. But uh, some of them think that they should be in Russia, and some want to get back to Ukraine, and others think that they're just another country in new independent.
Yeah,
But
because I mean, is there actually an ethnic conflict over there? Like, is it because they come from a different people, or is it the same as Ukraine?
no, it's just conflict between like two governments, or maybe there are like more because so many nationalities right there.
I I think it's a conflict Putin and his head.
Yeah. Yeah, most
It's all
definitely. I mean, I don't agree with most of the things that the media does, because I think that the media actually works for whoever pays them, basically. I don't like the fact that everything that has to do with Russia is being canceled right now. For example, I hear that Russian sports teams are not allowed to compete again, which is, to me, it's not very smart, because it's not like this football team said, "Oh, let's go and invade this other country," and there's this whole negative feeling that the media is creating against Russia, when it's not. It should be targeted at specifically the people that are causing this. I mean, I see when Ukraine takes soldiers and they interview the soldiers, they always say things like, "I didn't even know I was coming here. They just told me we were doing this and that, and all of a sudden we're heading to Ukraine," and and some of them seem very, very young, like people that have absolutely no experience. I hear that also a lot of people from Ukraine have volunteered to be part of the army. Like, do you have friends that have gone to the front, the battlefront?
I don't think that I have friends that are now.
me too. No, I haven't. No.
Because our army is their soldiers that they were taught.
Yep.
Mhm.
We don't. We're not like Russian government. We don't like kick all our boys
Mhm.
because when a person just don't know what to do, and they don't have a goal. They come to us and like, what to do?
Yeah,
They have a motivation for this war, and
see, all of this is, I mean, it's all very messy and very strange when you think about it. It's like Russia is sending kids to fight, on Ukraine.
Yep.
I see
Yep.
that Russia is destroying a lot of. I mean, if Russia wants to conquer Ukraine, I would say it's very useful to have, to leave the infrastructure as good as possible, because you're later gonna use
Yep.
that infrastructure.
Yeah, they just sent like we have a video of 16-year-old, 15-year-old boy. He just came and surrendered. So
Yeah.
our soldiers, like a man, they
Man.
take him, and he was calling to his mom and saying,
Mom, please.
"Take me back.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I don't know where am I."
Yeah, I mean, it's all very. I mean,
Changes.
if I was going to make war on another country, I would do very specific things. and I would do them with actual soldiers, not with kids. I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But I keep hearing that the Russian armies keep coming and coming. I mean, it seems like they're sending the youngest first, and they still have a lot of army to bring. And that, of course, it seems like they want this to last for some time. How does the people in Ukraine feel about your government, like your president and the government of Ukraine?
Well, he's just a hero.
Yeah, he like the first man in the world, national hero. We have some phases of this war. It's like Arestovich, Kim, and Zelensky. They support us, all of us. They are so calming, funny. One of the Arestovich, Arestovich, he's like sedative for all of people in Ukraine. And Zelensky, I think he's really a national hero. Yeah.
So basically, his popularity is still high among people.
Yep. He's so popular, and we believe in our president now.
Yeah. Maybe just the first president we actually believe in.
Yep.
Okay.
So many people
No, you go
not
ahead.
hated at first him when he became a president. Everyone was like, yeah, it's something new, it's something gonna be cool. But then, like 2 years,
Everybody say what?
nothing changed.
Yeah.
And because people want something like that, the quick results.
Yeah.
But they couldn't be like that quick. And this is really interesting because now
Everybody
everyone
loves.
just admires him and adores. He's really cool, and to make sure that people feel not safe, but not in panic.
Yep.
Okay.
He almost every second trying to communicate with us, with whole country, saying, recording videos,
Yes.
voice messages, and it's really cool. Because I don't know what's gonna be if there was another man. Just maybe we've already been destroyed.
Yes. It's true. Okay.
So basically, people are still united in the cause of defending the country, and I mean, of course, a lot of people are leaving because there's obviously a lot of people that can't do much about it. Like I was talking to this single mom who has a couple kids, and it was just her and the kids, and she was saying that she was leaving, but that's obvious. I mean, what are you gonna do with being a single mom with 2 kids? You're not gonna be able to save the country. You're better off protecting your kids. So basically, as a summary, things are still very complicated, yet people are willing to stay and to fight for the country. Most of the big cities haven't been taken, but they are pretty destroyed from what you tell me. And
but they're staying, they're holding.
they're holding cities. And from the south, the ships and the soldiers that are in the ships, they haven't landed on the actual cities. They're just waiting in the sea.
Yeah.
Do they?
They're just scared because there was a rumor that our beaches full of bombs and mines.
Mines,
So
yes.
they just don't want to risk.
Yeah.
And actually, we've got very good forces in like next to the sea. So if they just want to, we just kill them.
I think they understand that our army so strong and powerful right now.
Yeah, actually, our army has never been that strong.
Yep.
And this war is just helped us to be together.
Yep.
Because our folks.
I think our country, all of our country, it's like army right now.
Yeah, the wall. A little kid lives somewhere in the east or west, and even cashier in the magazine, she tried to make us laugh.
Yeah.
And she just saw that we were so sad and disappointed by buying some products, and told us some joke and trying to just help us more like mentally.
So this is bringing up the good side of the people of Ukraine, like the solidarity between the people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's good.
Even the war outside, we've never been so
closely
that close and together.
That's good.
Together against the biggest country in the world.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And what about the nuclear threat? I keep hearing about it. That obviously can make things a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard a lot about that?
Putin just threatened with it, and we understand that if it went to nuclear weapon, it's gonna be just the world war. Because if it went to this, then I'm definitely sure that America gonna involved in all this.
Yeah.
And the other countries that have this weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's gonna be just a mess through all the world.
Yeah, I hear that they were. Sorry, no.
We know that if he's gonna take this bomb on us, that it just the Ukraine just disappears. It's gonna be like territory, nothing, and then there's gonna be no us.
Yeah. I mean, I heard that they were taking Chernobyl and they were invading this other nuclear plant in Ukraine. I don't know what happened with that. Do you know if they've actually taken the nuclear plants in Ukraine?
No, not yet.
Okay. So you still have you still have power in most of the cities, because I know a lot of your power comes from the nuclear plants. So you still have power in Kiev and in the main cities.
Yes, there is still.
Yeah.
And what about like the internet? Do all the cities still have access to internet? Like can the people actually use the internet like we do?
Now we have a Starlink.
Yep.
From Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
We have Starlink.
Not everybody knows how to
use it,
but we have it.
But
oh, so it's there, but it's still not in use.
We start to use.
Dealing with it.
Yeah.
It's something new for us, so it's gonna take some time.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But I mean, it doesn't. Does it connect? I mean, does Starlink work with your phone directly, or does it work with the antennas that work with your phone?
No, it works actually with the phone.
Just phone, yeah.
Okay. So things are complicated. Yes, I really hope that this thing ends somehow. I wish at least that their demands from Russia were clear, because they keep shifting. I don't know if they just want to, they said they wanted to disarm Ukraine, then they said they wanted to take Ukraine, then they say they want to basically rebuild the Soviet Union, which is a lot more than Ukraine. So
that's the main thing, because he's not gonna stop on our country.
Yeah.
that is very concerning because that would involve like I don't know Romania and Poland and almost every country that's like
Yeah,
on the eastern side of
Finland,
Germany.
Armenia,
Slovakia,
yes, Slovakia, Moldova.
Moldova, right? Poland, and this one mostly.
Yep.
Um,
But there's just this thing that Russia actually they doesn't they don't have like a new weapon.
Yeah.
Their bombs and rockets they're just old, and a lot of them just don't explode.
Mm-hmm.
So we can actually go to the streets and see this.
Bomb.
It's not working.
Really? You see the
like-
missiles lying on the street?
Yep.
Don't take them home.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
We have lots of videos when our people, normal people from the village, a man with a cigarette in his mouth,
It's funny.
he take this bomb and from the road where it can
In the forest.
Yeah, he take it to the forest, and he was like, "What?" And other man actually was recording it.
Yeah.
So.
So they just took it to the forest in case it explodes.
Yep. Or it could explode if it's gonna explode, and no one gonna hurt.
Well, it's one way of community service. I'm not gonna lie, but it's a pretty risky one. Yeah, I saw the video too. I also saw the video of this one guy who took this tank. He took his tractor and took the tank, and yeah. I mean, it's all very. Maybe these things happened in other wars before, but because we didn't have cell phones, we didn't know. But it seems like the war is being done very carelessly. You know, there's a lot of these weird accidents going on all the time. That are very unprofessional, if I had to say. But again, if this is being done by 18-year-old boys who are being sent to war, this is no surprise. Well, I want to thank you guys for your time and for
Thank you.
being willing to share this story with us. I hope that we keep in touch and that we can, maybe make bigger gatherings and bring more people and show how they are living, and if you had to say, like, what are your, like, this is the I think if I was there, what's on your mind right now? Like, what do you think about when you're, just, sitting down and reflecting of all this?
We want to say, NATO, please close the sky. It's what we think.
And actually, we wanna thank you
Yep.
from other countries
To support.
supporting us.
Yep.
Like even they can't do anything, they're just with words. It's actually worth a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, being realistic, not making political propaganda. My country can't help with anything. We're a 3 million people country, and I don't even know if we have an army, but I don't even know if we can actually get to Ukraine with our army. I think we've be gone in the way, like sink somewhere in the ocean. So there's not much we can do. But I'm a Christian, and I will pray for the safety of you guys. I don't know if Ukraine is a very religious country. I know Russia isn't, but I don't know about Ukraine.
We are.
I would say that half of our country
Yes.
are like believe.
Yes.
Is it mainly Catholic, or is it what's the main religion in Ukraine?
It's Christian.
Christian and Catholic.
but not that big part.
Yep.
Okay.
Almost all the
Yeah,
religions
we have and
and Buddhism and
sure. Yes.
Do you have a lot of Muslims too?
Yep.
Yeah, I hear that. Wasn't Crimea one of the places that had a lot of Muslim people?
Yep, absolutely, because we have Crimean Tatar.
Yeah.
It's yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm confused. Is Tatar a language, or is it an ethnicity, or is it what? Because I see the word all the time, but I don't really know if it's actually like a place or a language or a type of people.
nationality.
Yeah, but nationality.
It's like an ancient to the Turkish people.
Close. Yep. To the Turkish, to the Tatar from Kazan, but they are national of Crimea, and it's
Like ethnic group.
yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. Well, thank you guys, and
Thank you.
let's hope that we can talk someday again with happier news.